A great way to finish regular season at home. Really proud of our kids. I thought we just played extremely disciplined. Thought we played with a lot of toughness, on both ends of the floor. Did a great job on the boards. Defensively, we were tremendous. That was outstanding. I mean, you look at, we gave up 38 points, and last time we played him, Paris Atkins had 35 points. So obviously, just did a great job defensively.
So you did in fact improve on the turnovers again. So it's getting better.
We got them down 2 more.
Exactly, improvement. But right, overall, for you guys to go from that game last Thursday, lose that one, respond with 3 wins in a row to close out this home part of your schedule, how big is that for you guys, confidence-wise, mentally-wise, going forward in the last 2 games of regular season?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I said, when we played Delaware the next game right after, we arguably had probably one of our worst offensive performances, and then we followed it up with probably 3 of our best, just in terms of moving the ball, sharing the ball, understanding what we're trying to do, getting the right shots, getting impact from everybody on the court. Assists have gone up. I'd certainly like to get the turnovers down, but, our last 2 games, that's what they do to you. So, I think we can, we're moving in the right direction, but for our kids to be able to flip the switch after the Liberty game and 36 hours later and come out and do what they did against Delaware, and then come into these next 2 games. I mean, 4 games in 7 days. We're the only team in the conference that's doing that, and so to be able to do that against the top end of our league, really quality competition, some really good teams, was definitely a challenge, but certainly give credit to our kids and just their ability to be resilient and to keep believing in each other and keep doing what we're asking them to do. So it's great to see them get the results of that hard work.
What about Lainey? I mean, it seems like since the Liberty game, she's playing on different gear. I know she's been a good player her entire time here, but since the Liberty game, it seems like something really.
Yeah, I think she's really coming in her own. I mean, it's a great time to be starting to play your best basketball this season, but I think she's had more of an assertiveness, a physicality. Obviously her efficiency on offense has gone way up. I think she's maybe embracing a little bit more of the physicality rather than shying away from it. She's finishing around the rim. She's knocking free throws down. She's rebounding. She's defending. I mean, she's locked into the scout. Just, at this point, obviously she had a ton of experience last year, gets thrown into a new situation this year. But, ultimately a kid that's played a lot of minutes for us, that's what you want to see happening at this point in the season. So certainly can build on that and, gives her a lot of confidence that hopefully we can keep up this clip.
You call it a product of you and your playing days mentality, but you always have nice teams and they all play like attack dogs. And so between Cayman and Kendall, I mean, everybody on this team, like previous teams, seems to have a great competitive spirit. What is it about these teams you have that just have that dog mentality that if you want to fight, we'll fight with you?
I don't know. It's probably somewhat of a attraction we have in the recruiting process is you watch these kids that you think they have it in them, and in order to be successful you have to have that. You have to have that next level competitiveness and toughness, and there's a lot of times that it doesn't just happen that we're pushing each other, you're trying to dig it out of them, you're watching film, you're trying to keep them motivated, you're showing them things that have been successful, things they need to get better at. And so I think more than anything it's just having kids that ultimately want to win and are willing to do whatever we ask them to do. And, you go through the ups and downs that it's not always consistent. But I think I had said a while ago that the defensive end really started clicking for us after the Liberty game at their place. We've been a different team since that game. There's no question about it. Understanding scout and report, and then I think we really took off from there on the defensive end of the floor. And then, to me, kind of the message after the Liberty game was we need to take that next step from an offensive standpoint. And so for us to really not have any practice time, to be able to watch film and really understand what we need to change, what we need to do, what we need to do to be successful, and to carry it through these next 3 games with no practice time is it's just a credit to our kids. And so that's the part that excites you, because you feel like you've got something there, and you've got a lot more that you can keep getting out of them. Because if we can do that in a short amount of time, I think there's some things that we can tighten up this week in practice, I hope. And mentally, physically, they need to get a couple days off here, but we've got a little bit of time not playing this weekend and not playing till Thursday, that hopefully we can capitalize on that a little bit.
Angel, a couple threes tonight. It's a nice way to probably wrap things up here for her. And she doesn't probably play as much, but she's bought into her role, and she.
Yeah, Angel was tremendous for us. That's a kid that works her tail off every day. She's always locked in. Might not get maybe as many reps, because I know that she knows what she's supposed to do. And so, a lot of times she'll be on the sideline while a freshman maybe is getting the reps, Kendall or Audrey or somebody, and you always kind of look at her and say, do you understand? And I know that whatever situation we're in and that we put her in, she understands what we're trying to do, and she's ready to go and ready to give the team whatever we need. And she came in and she was great. I mean, it was huge. I think Cayman had picked up her third foul. It was 4 minutes left in the third. I think it was 4 minutes left in the third, and felt like if we could get Cayman a break. Obviously, I thought I thought it was a good time to do it, and decided to go with Angel, and she came in. She was awesome for us, and it's great to see, especially in her last, regular season home game here. So really, really happy for her. And, she's put herself in a position where she deserves a game like that. She deserves what happened tonight.
With you guys now closing in, right? You got 2 games left, then it's conference tournament. Again, there's no magic words, but with whatever they're doing that's got them to where they are now, have you guys changed anything drastically to get these girls just to be playing this well for this stretch right now?
I don't know. I guess you probably have to ask them. But I think, as a coaching staff, you're constantly, it's the stuff that keeps you up at night. After wins, after losses, after practices, good practices, bad ones that you wish would be a little better. You're constantly trying to think of stuff to just figure out what we need to do to get the best version of everybody's self. You're constantly, as a coaching staff, trying to do that. And so I don't think there's any magic wand. It's I think our kids had a real sense of urgency coming back after that Liberty game, and it's great to see how they responded. And I hope that they're not just going to rest on their laurels from this, and hope that we got a lot more in the tank, and we got a lot more to keep pushing forward.
It's been a lot, it's been an interesting season to kind of describe. Have these little spurts and let down here and our spurt, but you're still in contention for a 2 seed. That's pretty good. So how would you kind of describe it, just kind of the flow of this season and still being in this position to be in a number 2 seed?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot through some of our adversity or our setbacks. I think that those tough losses or difficult circumstances has probably put us in a position where, we've learned from it, we've understood it, and then we've tried to fix it. And so that's where you got to give our kids credit for having the willingness and the buy-in to continue to chip away and do the things that we're asking them, to do. And it's certainly not easy. You're going to go through ups and downs of an entire season, but you look at our team, and we're bringing 4 freshmen off the bench. Our freshmen are playing significant minutes for us. You've got a starting lineup that has a brand new point guard, and Faith Lee, is a wing who's brand new for us. So it's still, you try to accelerate as quickly as you can, and you hope maybe you don't have as many bumps in the road. But honestly, that's a lot of the times some of the stuff that you grow the most from. And so whatever's happened in the past, I think we've gotten better because of it. And when you do have setbacks, it doesn't keep me from having a belief in what this team can accomplish.